Interesting. Yes, it is. How you doing out there? What's going on with you? Hey, it's your boy. Whoa. How you doing? How you doing? So listen, uh, just a little tidbit. I hope your Wednesday is going well. Lawrence Lane with you. So today's word is perseverance, the greatest of all teachers. Never say die. A lowly virtue whereby mediocrity achieves an inglorious success. So the word today is perseverance from my famous books of quotes. Okay, today I've had a lot of people that have told me they are losing friends and loved ones. Listen, this life is not promised to you. But remember this is not your home. It does not make losing anyone more bearable, I'm sure. You know, you spend a lifetime with those that you love, and to not be able to see them, it seems as though it's so final, the end. Not necessarily. So this is going out to all the people that have loved someone, lost someone during this month of November. My mother used to always have a saying. She said, a change of season brings a change in many lives. That's so true. Almost this time last year, I lost my sister, Gail Cox. I don't think it's a day that goes by that I have not thought about her. I went through a very, very trying time. And I noticed something, and I want to share this with you. A lot of men, they talk about women menopause, but no one has ever talked about male menopause. And I do believe that we do go through a change. Depression is a huge problem for a lot of males. And I don't think that a lot of African American males, and maybe even some Caucasians, I don't think they deal with it correctly. I myself went through a lot of depression, where I cared so much about what people thought of me. Any little thing, it just seems to have bogged me down. I was going through different changes with my kids. I couldn't see why they didn't appreciate the fact that I had thought I had been the best father that I could be. I was concerned about what people thought about me. All these different components, they were just popping around in my head. I'm here today to say this to you, okay? When you start living your life based on what someone suspects, thinks, or says to you, you're no longer living your life. You're living their opinion of who you are, or who they think you are, or you're living a life to just please someone. It's very important that you be happy in this life. And the first thing that you need to establish to be happy is know your value, know your worth. That's something that a lot of people, they may mistake for arrogance. But knowing your worth and actually being arrogant is two different things. I know my worth. I went through a bad depression. And to tell you the truth, had I not known God or have certain people around me, I don't know what that could have been. But there was a time not long ago, because of so many things that were not going correct in my life, that I had contemplating, man, saying this, do I really want to continue with this life? Suicide is a very real issue, but it's a permanent solution to a temporary situation. Thank God that I had a caring wife and friends that cared, because they helped me through a very dark period. It's a lot of trauma that's in a lot of African Americans' life that we don't deal with correctly. We don't know how to deal with them. A lot of times we don't even address them. And I know how it is. You get so caught up in your life and living that some things you don't even consider. Case in point, like the fact that it's possible for men to go through depression. I've often wondered why a lot of people take their lives. I don't wonder no more. There's a lot of reasons. And it's something that I believe, unless there is a lot more going on, if you're not having a healthy thought process or a mental, that can be done about it, besides medication. I thank God for God because that's who I turn to. All right, enough of that. So tonight is another city council meetings with the newly elected Mayor Blackwell. Hopefully she'll be there. I'm excited for what this lady is going to do for Maple Heights. I just think that she's going to make a difference. And I'm hoping and praying that we don't have the same problems and same situations that we've had. But if we do, I know she's equipped to do that. So that's one thing. Again, I want to send my condolences out to individuals that have lost loved ones. And if you look on the screen now, you see a number. If you got something to say, give me a call. I'm not going to be on the air long. I find that it's better to talk about several topics in small bites, opposed to talking about a long, drawn out situation. We got somebody calling in. Okay, great. Hello. How you doing up there? Mm-hmm. Good. And who am I speaking with?
Mm-hmm. Sandy Mills.
Sandy, how are you, sir? Mm-hmm. How's things going?
Well, how you doing?
I'm good. Okay, what's your topic today?
Well, you were saying in regards to individuals that are going through stuff and prayers that are out there for individuals, and I wanted to use this time to put my condolences out to my friend Michelle Plate. She passed away Monday, and also I have a close friend of mine named Jerome Newby that many people may know through the Ohio Lottery, as well as he also a business partner of mine in the past. He is fighting a battle now. He's on life support, and just want prayers out there to he and his family.
I'm sorry to hear that. I also knew Jerome. I didn't know him probably as well as you knew him, but I know of him and I've seen him in different places. My condolences goes out to him.
Jenny. Just say he's doing a great job on you. Touching a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Okay. I think he did.
I'm not going to hold you. Plus, as I listen, I can hear the echo of me. And, so I don't want to. I just want to try to call in.
Hey, I appreciate you calling in. And listen, Sandy, I know you're a man of many topics. So don't let this be your last time. How about that? Okay.
Definitely won't.
All right. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. Okay, so listen, YouTube. Mm-hmm. Listen, if you got a topic you want to discuss, you got something that you want to bring out, listen, the telephone number is right on the screen. You're listening live with Lawrence Lane. Give us a call, 216-317-0108. Listen, me and Papa T, we did a split screen podcast the other day, and it was pretty nice. You'll see little bits of it on my page. I didn't get a chance to really download it like I wanted to, but it's getting ready to take place again in the future. I also want to bring you up to some of the things that are happening in my life. As many of you may know, some of you may not, I used to own Basque Entertainment Complex. Okay, it was a nightclub that was formerly the Broadway Pub. Okay, it was located on Broadway. That was back in 2014 through 17, where I started developing it in 14, and then in 2017 we opened. Okay, however, there was an issue with some fire, and this is the thing that got me. A lot of people, they associate anytime a black business burned down, they think you set the fire, and that's what was said about the demise of my lounge. So let me clear up something. First off, I don't have to do this. I don't have to explain it. For a long time, I didn't even talk about it. But since I'm on the topic, I will explain this. It's totally impossible with the technology, I believe, to commit arson these days. That's something that is very difficult. It was a trying time for me. They took us through hell. For those of you who've never experienced it, they did lab techs. They actually took the ashes. They sent those to the lab. They did investigation, 14 hours of interrogation. It was one thing after another, x-ray and walls and everything. It's almost impossible to do that. You have to be nuts to do that. But this is something that a lot of you probably don't know. I spent blood in that place. I designed and built Basque Entertainment. It was my pride and joy. It was my baby. There was no way that I would destroy it. It broke my heart. It actually sent me, it was the beginning of my depression, I believe, and I did not even realize it until much later. And we, you know what, most of the criticism came from people, again, that looked like me. The people that came to my aid and provided support did not look like my skin tone. See, we call ourselves Christians, but a lot of us are very biased and racist. I want to say this. God did not save a color. Okay, and all of us, our blood is red unless we are alien. Okay, so I want to say that to you. But the blowback that I got from my so-called friends and the organizations that I was affiliated with, it made me bitter. And that started the process of depression. Don't allow so many things to enter into your spirit. It just doesn't work well. And that's what had happened. So, they had said I burnt down my place. That really broke my heart. It really did. But the bottom line was that there was an electrical problem because it was two roofs on this building. It was a flat roof, but it was a crater roof. At one time, the building used to be a railroad transit place. Then it was turned into a funeral home, and then it was turned into a nightclub and bar that was known as the Broadway Pub. I didn't have all this history until much later. But long story short, when I say God will give you back everything that you lost, you are getting ready to see a resurrection of those things that he has given me that I have lost. We will be opening up another lounge, but this one, it has a unique concept. I think we're going to utilize this to train individuals during the day in the industry of baking, restaurant service, and so on. However, the building will be used for that during the day, but in the evening, we're going to focus on blues and jazz. It's going to be for the upscale and the seniors. Okay, the name of the place is going to be Miss O's Bakery, Cafe, Jazz and Blues, or some version of that. You'll be hearing about it next week. And if you don't know, I also just finished developing the Village Performing Arts and Cultural Center, where we're going to throw concerts. And I'm proud to say that Humble G, the violinist, is going to be the director there of production. So I'm saying this to say this, not to brag, unless I'm bragging on God. You can do all things through Christ as long as your faith is sufficient. So I want to thank him first because this has been a journey. But God can do anything but fail. So those of you out there that's going through something, let this be a testimony to the greatness of what Christ did and how much he loves us. Without going into a sermon, I wish you all well. And remember, it's just my opinion. You can take it or leave it. I could be wrong, but I seriously doubt it. This is Lawrence Lane. I want to see you guys on the flip side. All right now, have a good one. Yeah, baby.